Johnny Sharp, as referred to by the YouTube channel. And the reason why I wanted to go live to you is because I wanted to try something new. I tried a 3-minute short yesterday. Most of my shorts are usually about 15, 30, sometimes 45 seconds. I tried to just get on here and talk to you guys about some of my thoughts in wrestling. I talked to you about where Dominic Mysterio is, how I think the company is trying to build some of their younger stars, and it seemed to get a pretty good response. Nothing world-breaking or anything, but those of you who watched it were engaged. Some of you left comments or dialogue and seemed to be really interested in some of the things that I talked about, which I'm very happy for. So shout out to Tyrese for being the first one on the show and also the first one to throw a like, which thank you guys. I very much appreciate that. If you ever want to get out, just leave a comment and I'll probably see you. But while we're here, like, comment, share, subscribe. We're really, really close to 20,000 subscribers, hoping to hit 25K by the end of the year. We greatly appreciate all of your help. So hopefully a lot of you guys see this. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, as opposed to yesterday, is John Cena's retirement. Bro, we have 4 dates left. We started with 36. We're down to our shout out to Liam. Appreciate you tuning in. And a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about John Cena's retirement tour. Everybody was really, really excited when John Cena turned heel. Then the whole Scott thing happened. The Rock never got involved again. And there's been a lot of different opinions out there thrown out about the John Cena retirement tour, the way his heel turned. And honestly, for me personally, I found the whole really exciting, really intriguing. Was everything that John Cena did this sort of smash hit? No, of course it wasn't. But he did something new after probably close to 22 years of being a face, of being a good guy. And he gave himself 10 months to do it. And I feel like Triple H kind of described it where this safe, it was a challenge, and it really made John think about what he was going to do, how he was going to portray himself. And he was able to kind of leave it all out there in the last little bit of time left in the WWE. And I could appreciate that. I could respect it. It made me interested in the direction that he was going to go each week. Personally, I was a little bit disappointed when John Cena retained at SummerSlam and becoming a good guy again wasn't a ruse. And I personally think it would have made things interesting. I said on here a couple of times that R-Truth should be the one to take the title from John Cena, and now they're not doing anything with, which upsets me personally. But such is life. You don't get every line that you want. Hopefully they do something with him in the future, but that's another topic for another day. I'm sure there's people who have opinions on how they want to see things end. Shout out to the man they call Deborah. Wow, since I've seen you, man. Where you been at? But I'm sure people have a lot of opinions about how they want things to end. And me personally, out of these 4 dates left, there's 2 that are Monday Night Raw. There's Survivor Series, and then there's his last match, which I believe is Saturday night's main event on December 13th. Somebody can obviously come wrong, but that's what I believe it is. And how I want to see things end. I want to see John Cena in War Games, bro. Like, can you imagine how hyped John Cena in a War Games match would be? Like, there was a point in time where I never would have thought of that possibility, and I've been thinking about it all of 2025, and, like, what else could John Cena be in? Like, at least obviously put him in a Survivor Series match. Shout out to Isaiah Preciado. Oh, hopefully I didn't butcher that. But there was a time where John Cena in War Games would have never been a possibility. Never thought it could have been a possibility. And now we're here. So, like, find a way to get John Cena in the next 2 episodes of Raw to be on some sort of team. The next 2 episodes he's on, by the way, to be on some sort of team that, you know, where you're defending against something that, you know, might go on to ruin the future of WWE or create some kind of upheaval. Like, I think you could do something the Braun Breakers of the world, the Bronson Reeds of the world. They already have interacted during CM Punk's match with John Cena, so you could kind of tie that in. And you think of the people that who he could team with. It could be with CM Punk. It could be with Cody Rhodes. It could be with Roman Reigns. It could be with the Bloodline. You could kind of create a little bit of a super team a little bit. Who's your favorite wrestler? My favorite wrestler is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Feel free if you guys want to leave your favorite wrestler or anything else you want to comment below. But I feel like there's a lot of different ways you could kind of go about it and a lot of different teams you could create, which is exciting to me. How the story would have played out, that I'm not really too sure of, but I know I want John in War Games, and a lot of times when I feel like you can tell a story, I think it's kind of great to work backwards. You have an end result, and now it's a matter of figuring out how you get there. Jake Prince, hey yo! All right, Isaiah, my mom knew him when he was her security guard at her school. So I'm assuming that's like before wrestling, before like the Hollywood Blondes, before he came in the WWE. I'm certain that's like way back. He's talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin, by the way, just so everybody knows. But I think if you work backwards and you put John Cena in War Games and you kind of find a way to play out that way, I think you could create something really cool. As for his last match, dude, like I watched John Cena and AJ Styles. I watched the shorts of it anyway because I need not paying for ESPN. And like you saw John Cena do all these different moves on AJ Styles, which first of all, thank you guys for letting me know that AJ Styles did some finishers of his own. My favorite girl wrestler is Liv Morgan. Geez, I wonder why. But you know, AJ Styles did Angel's Wings, Coquita Clutch, Sweet Chin Music. John Cena hits a skull-crushing finale, hits a tombstone, and we got to see all these different finishers, and it became a little bit of a love letter to their careers and the different paths that they've both been on, which I think was a really great way to kind of go about having the match. A lot of people would marry her if they could, bro. Just saying. But what makes that interesting to me, we also saw John Cena hit the walls of Jericho, right? And a lot of people have been wanting Chris Jericho to come back to WWE, have been clamoring for it. So if it's somehow a possibility, like create a story for a John Cena match at War Games at Survivor Series. He does his last appearance at Saturday Night Main Event, make it one last challenge, and then you hear the walls break down. Like, what better note could you go out on than with a guy, one of your biggest rivals in the early stages of your career, and, you know, the last 6 years of Chris Jericho in AEW, I didn't think he was coming back. I thought he was going to stay with AEW till the wheels fell off, and I thought that he was going to continue to help them build and build and build. But so many people have brought that up recently, and this is the first time I've seen him mentioned on WWE TV, which kind of makes me feel like that this could be a possibility. I don't know if it's for sure, but I would love to see John Cena in War Games and then one more match against Chris Jericho, because I don't think it's going to happen with Edge for obvious reasons. I think he's got more to do in AEW if he decides to come back to WWE at all. My other favorite girl wrestler is Mommy Rhea Ripley. Yeah, I mean, I could kind of see that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Again, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, help us not only 20, but 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, where I just share my thoughts, shoot the shit, and I talk to you guys about what I'm thinking in WWE or even other sports or other topics in general. All right? Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope to see you guys soon. Deuces. Gotta figure out how to end this, though. Blah!